Welcome to It's All About You, a weekly series that's all about you and your business. I believe you deserve to have everything you dreamed of when you started your business, to have a profitable business and the free time to live your life, to have your business work for you rather than you working for your business. It's all about you, your business, your way. Hi, I'm Susan Bach, and I'm delighted you're here with me today. The topic that we're going to talk about today is a big obstacle for achieving the success you want. I hear this from so many clients so often. What is that obstacle? Procrastination. And today I'm going to share with you a secret of how you can break free from the grips of procrastination. When I learned this, it allowed me to get out of that procrastination black hole and into action, aligned action. If you've ever chased bright, shiny objects or bounced around from one thing to another, spinning your wheels, but never feeling like you're getting any traction, trying to figure out what's preventing you from being successful, then this tip is for you. See if this sounds familiar. This is the behavior loop that held me captive for years. It was so much a part of me, I didn't even realize that it was a pattern. Here's the pattern. I'd have a great idea, start working on it, making progress, getting momentum. A vivid memory comes to mind, a very specific situation where I was designing a group coaching program. I was so excited about this program and the topic and the results, the outcome my clients were going to experience. I was writing content, making videos, creating amazing worksheets. I was charged and firing on all cylinders. Then one day, I walked into my office and I heard this question in my mind. Who am I to think that I could create and sell this program? Who am I to think that people will actually pay for this? Who am I to fill in the blank? Can you relate? Have you ever heard that voice? Those questions invited doubt to come into my space, doubting the value of what I was creating, doubting that people would actually pay for it. And that doubt triggered my limiting beliefs, and down the procrastination black hole I went. Beating myself up, criticizing myself, chastising, what's wrong with me? Why can't I make this happen? Why can't I just for once complete something that I start? Yes, once again, I was in the prison of procrastination. Let me know if this resonates with you. Make a comment in the post, or post a comment in below if you've ever been in the grips, in the throes of procrastination. Or one day you're motivated and ambitious, and the next day you're uncertain. You're in doubt. You start questioning. For me, that prison is very familiar. Not a happy place, but certainly familiar. Now, here's the thing about being held captive by procrastination. It's a prison of our own making, and we hold the keys to unlock the door, to step out of that prison and over the threshold into possibilities. That's what I learned thanks to a very insightful and compassionate mentor who recognized my behavior loop of procrastination and saw it for what it really was, which was a symptom of something much bigger. Procrastination was not the core issue. It was the symptom. The core issue for me was the fear of being judged. The fear of being less than. Now, this very compassionate mentor gave me two options. I can continue beating myself up for not pursuing my dream, for living in this procrastination prison. I can continue to doubt and have the fear of being judged be in the driver's seat of my success, which meant absolutely I would fail. Or I could acknowledge the pattern for what it was. And here's the key: embrace the fear and move forward anyway. In other words, I could feed the doubt or I could feed my dream. It was my choice. That gave me a really big permission slip. It also took some of the sting out of it, some of the judgment out of it, and it invited curiosity to come in. I could stay in that prison for sure. It kept me safe. It also kept me invisible. I'll say it kept me out of being judged. However, I was the harshest judge of all. Or I could unlock that prison door and honor my gifts and skills, my dreams and desires, and step over the threshold into action. I had the keys, and I could move into action, and I could feed my dream. The lesson taught me some truths that I've come to respect. I want to share those with you today. Here's the first one. Am I going to please everyone? No. Am I going to be judged? Yes. Am I going to allow those fears to control my future? Absolutely not. That was the defining moment for me. I was going to make a different choice. What I want you to walk away with today is that it's not about not knowing enough, not being worthy or deserving. You are 100% worthy of the dream you have, of living that dream. And it's not about the fear of being judged or making mistakes. You have a purpose and a passion. We all do. And yes, you will make mistakes. I make mistakes. We all make mistakes. That's part of being a human being. We have failures. Failure for me has been a huge part of the success I've achieved. We're going to fail, especially when we try something new. We're going to fail over and over. The key is being curious, as I mentioned earlier, without judgment, curious to learn what worked and what didn't, so that we can do it better next time. Would you like to know what I do when fear and doubt and procrastination try to hijack my dream, my productivity, my achievement? Now, you might think this sounds ridiculous, and that's okay. But here it is. I set the timer for 5 minutes, and I totally immerse myself into the feelings, the accelerated heart rate, the queasy stomach, the nervousness, the tension, all of the sensations that doubt, fear, uncertainty, judgment, all of it. I totally immerse myself in it and really get into it. And I refer to this as my BMW time. That's my bitch, moan, and whine. I get into the feeling. I don't judge it. I don't ignore it. I don't dismiss it. I take full ownership and immerse myself into it for 5 minutes. And then when the timer goes off, I stand up, dust myself off, and I am ready to get into action, aligned action. And that's what's now in the driver's seat of my success. And that's what feeds my dream. To unlock the doors of that prison are within me. It's my choice. And if you experience procrastination, know that you hold the keys and you can unlock the door and step over the threshold. You can move out of procrastination and into possibilities. That's my secret for feeding my dream. To take action, learn from it, and move on. Take action, learn from it, and move on. And doing that over and over again is what builds momentum. It's what brings me closer to achieving the dream that I have. I hope you found this hopeful. And now it's your turn to choose. What are you going to feed? Your doubt or your dream? It's your turn to choose the topic for next week. What's interfering with you having the success in the business that you dreamed of when you started your business? To have a business and a life you love. Why am I asking this? Why am I inviting you to choose? Because you matter. Your dream matters. I'll see you next week.